Okay, so we got the US, right? Speed limit sign 30. Um, yeah. Okay, we got a BP station. No front plates, it looks like. We have palms. Let's see, does California have front plates? Okay, we have Florida. Um, we also have 5 and 90. Um, yeah, I want to say 90 is up at the top of Florida. Yeah, there's 90. Uh, Also, one is near the East Coast. So this is Jacksonville. Um, okay, to North 95. Yeah, Jacksonville is very spread out, like so, this we must be near the center, just to have this many buildings around. And let's see, we have to North One Main Street Bridge. Okay, there's the river in the city center, right? Um, we have is this Main Street? Yeah, that's Main Street. Okay. Um, yeah, I'm thinking this is over here on this side of the bridge. Um, Although maybe it isn't. Maybe it's because we have this large overpass and that there's no. Okay, let's get on the thing and like we have South 95, East 90, South 1. So from that this has to be all three of those from the kind of sign that it is, right? Or let's see. So south uh over here. Yeah, that's 95. Okay. To north 1, south 13. Okay, which one is 13? Yeah, big. Okay, so yeah, it was the other side of the river. Okay. Um, okay, we got C, it looks like, or at least a lake large enough that you can't see the other side. This is definitely not North America. Nothing familiar about those poles. It's Japan. Yeah, that we have 334 on sign is the route marker. Um, those numbers do make some sense, although not a whole lot, right? But there's three. Yeah, not a whole lot of pattern. But we know that this is 334 now. Let's see. Water is on the north, which Shiratoko Pass, Utoro. That's 334 again. Oh, we've got the arrows. Yeah, these large arrows over the street means that this is an area with high snowfall, so it's north of Tokyo. Um, that's not necessarily Hokkaido, although it often is. Um, Also, that would explain water on the north. Like perhaps this is actually way up here. Um, Although I'm not seeing 334. Oh, there's 334. Okay, so it's over here. Shiratoko Pass. Yep. Um, so that's and there's the so-called Hokkaido cabbage that that you see on that island. Um, although again, there's claims that it's that's interesting. It's a sign that has Korean and Chinese on it. Um, let's see, Abashiri 74, Shari 33, and yeah. So there's Shari. So this has to be 34 kilometers up here. So this is fairly far. And so let's see. So that's on the north. Oops. Okay. So we got fairly close. Okay, so this looks like Europe. Um, Possibly less developed area of Europe. This looks more like Soviet construction over here. Um, Although that site is in English. Plus 40, but .be. So maybe this is Belgium then. Um, Boy, like their wiring looks almost like it's in India. Um, um, a lot of English on the signs here. Golden Falcon. This is all over the place. Here we have Romanian. Okay, that makes more sense that we're just probably in Bucharest with a lot of international signage. Um, that would explain Soviet-looking construction as well, right? Yeah, that's what this is. Um, we're also on a streetcar line. Um, North south. Yeah, we got more Romanian. That's where we are. Um, oh yeah, so plus 40 must be the international dialing code for Romania. Um, let's see, that's Boulevardul, what, Bristo Bote, something like that. Um, so let's see, so we have a north-south tram line. Is this, that's Strada Vasily Laskar. Um, yeah, this has to be near the center, right? Bucharest, of course, had its center demolished in the 1980s by Ceausescu, and but this is not that area. There are old buildings here. Okay, so it was near the that demolished area, but um yeah, so there's the streetcar line. Okay. Um okay. Houses that look like that are very Scandinavian. We have the birches with fall foliage. That when you see only yellow and no red orange sort of colors in the fall foliage, that means that you're in something more of a boreal forest. Okay, Kongos Järvi. Järvi is a termination that you find on places in Finland. Um, I think it means lake or something like that. Um, okay, and by Scandinavia, of course, like there's the question: is Finland Scandinavia? Because it isn't linguistically, right? It's unrelated language. But you certainly see a lot of characteristics in common with Sweden. From their past together. Let's see. So there's 256. So we have Kangosjärvi, but that it's probably a small place. I don't think it's likely to find it. Kintupolku. Um, that one also has the characteristic, double letters of Finnish. Um, yeah, so we have birches and conifers. That Finland doesn't really get far enough south to get out of this sort of environment. So basically, we know that this is probably not in the far north, but we don't know where. Um, population density is not very high. I'm thinking so. It's not. I'm thinking it's not down in the more agricultural part of Finland. Like I'm going to put it on Geofessr, um, just as a hedge. Um, Yep, there's another one, street side ending in TIE, which is also very Finnish, but I don't think I'm going to get anything here, so not a good round. Ooh, so I thought it was not in the far north, and I was wrong. Um, that it was actually quite far up here. There's Kangosjärvi, that's what it was, right? Um, yes, hello, one viewers. Okay, so stream's getting started now. Is that wheat? But yeah, that looks like wheat, in the beautiful golden brown that we have. Yeah, I like to see that because I live in an area where wheat has been, very unsuccessful. That in fact, like was a problem for English settlers on the in North America that they found themselves in an environment where wheat didn't really work. Like they had to take up corn eating. Like so that they okay, we have inhabited area here. Yeah, so I think this is Europe from the general appearance, and uh, wheat in North America is in typically less populated areas in the middle of the continent. Komorowko. So that's the Polish font, of course. Um, Also, O acute there is very Polish. That's actually unusual in Czech. Also, the W is it rules out Czech or Slovak. Um, that Polish is the only Slavic language with. Okay, so in terms of general characteristics, I think that this could be just about anywhere in Poland, really. That okay. So now This is kind of big, flat, and empty. Like perhaps up toward toward the east. Maybe it's over there. Oh yeah, I've gotten myself seriously off the roads here. It looks like okay, this is where we were again. Um, is there anything in the village that, would give us any signs of location? Advertising signs possibly. Um, Not really. No, this. Okay, so it was all the way on the other side of Poland. It was near Szczecin. Um, right. This is called like Pomerania in English is this part of Poland right here. Um, I think this is what's it called? Skodnio Pomorskia. You'll see that on the 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 region boundary here, right? If we zoom in, maybe, or maybe not. Um, Wait, yeah, there. Lubushkia. Okay, so it's not actually Pomerania. It's farther south than that. So yeah, Lubuskia is the area closest to Berlin. Um, okay. So not a great daily challenge today. Uh, right. In fact, we had two guesses that were well, three guesses that were quite fa- quite far off. Oh wait, no, that's 345 meters, not kilometers. Um, you can show more. Yeah, doesn't really do much, right? Top 50, you needed 24,983. Um, okay. I've been liking Urban World lately. Okay, we have pay meter. Um, okay, I already think this is not the United States from just the general look of everything. This might be New Zealand. Um, Wait, USDOT. This is the United States. So it's someplace that's relatively like kind of shiny and let's see, Antioch University. There's an Antioch near San Francisco, but I think that that's not related. Battery Street and Third Avenue. There's Battery in Manhattan, but those are not New York street signs, and that part of Manhattan is much taller than this. Wait, is that a phone number? Yeah, 206 is 206 is Seattle. Okay. Um, and let's see, Battery Street and Third Avenue. We look okay. There's Third Avenue South. Uh, there's Third Avenue South, and there's okay. So it looks like they differ in orientation, right? Following the yeah. So we can see that it's angled in this direction. So it has to be um maybe it's up here. Um, so Third and Battery. Um, let's see. So we have Broad, Clay, Cedar, Vine, Wall, Battery. Okay. Return to start. Okay, so what did we do? We came out there onto this street. Um, yeah, and so then this corner is yeah, and so Third and Battery. Yeah, so we came Battery this way, right? So it looks like we were behind this building, right, in the parking lot, right, and down at that end, and we get 5,000 points. Okay, we have Viva Senor, so, happy 30. Now that's odd. That's happy 34th Fiesta is English. Is this the Philippines? That would make sense with yeah going to our Castillo Highway. Yeah, so English with a lot of with a lot of Spanish is often the Philippines. Oh yeah, there's Tagalog. Um, okay. Um, looks like it's a gamer place here. Um, fried chicken. Okay. And I'm not even playing Fried Chicken World. You know that Barangay disaster risk. This way to the evacuation center. Um, so that suggests that we're near a coast. Um, the Philippines, of course, being one of the most tropical storm prone regions of the world. They have to have shelters. Um, for instance, where I live inland, when we have a tropical storm, it just rains and floods. Um, there can be, like modest winds even here. Uh, uh, there was a storm called Hazel in 1954, which produced winds of something like 70 kilometers per hour here. It actually flooded a large part of Toronto, and that there were a lot of the deaths from the storm were there. Um, yes to sports, no to drugs. Let's see. So, does this say which city they're? Barangay R. Castillo. Yeah, a barangay is very hard to find in the Philippines. There tend to be very small units. There are often several in a city. Um, Yeah, P50. Okay, so that's confirmation again that of the currency unit, the Philippine peso. Um, oh, there's that Lot Nadito sign again. Um, okay, so here's a large street. We have. Oh, I forgot to guess. Um, see, always important not to get too distracted. Um, okay, this is the U.S., right? West Bay or possibly Canada. North Lee and South Lee, we have a city center. Um, not a big one. Um, we have overpass, which in the United States, those are almost always a road overpass. Um, water. Um, that kind of sign over there. Riverfront District, Prime Osborne Convention Center, North Bank. Um, yeah, nothing clear on that for location, right? Wait, that's a phone number. Um, was it 504? 904. Where's 904? Um, wait, there's interstate highway down or the okay, so we have Palms. That rules out large parts of the United States. Um, wait, 90 we were just in Jacksonville. We got Jacksonville again. What? It wasn't even the same map, you know. The other one was the daily challenge. Yeah, okay. It was North Bank also, it said, right? All right, Jefferson and Water Street. Yeah, so there's Water Street. So we were just off of Water Street, right? Um, we can return to start. There's this intersection, West Bay. We have 1,900. West Bay. We have Bay and Lee. So there's Bay Street. Um, wait, it's West Bay, so it's this side of the center, right? Um, Broad Street, Jefferson, Lee Street. Uh, Probably named after Robert E. Lee, right? Since this is the South. Um, Robert E. Lee, of course, you know, Civil War general. No, he's not Asian, despite the name. Um, we have Cantine Californienne in French. Okay. Nice Nord. Okay, so this is Nice. Um, we have Rue Alberti, Avenue Felix Faure. Um, yeah, we have 04 as the there's not a whole lot of geographical information in the French telephone system, but yeah, four is correct. We have, you know, one of these. These are some kind of palm that are is can actually grow in relatively cold climates. You know, like the French Riviera, which this is. Um, let's see. There's a park. Um, could it be that one? Well, let's see. So that's certainly north, just like it says on the sign. Promenade des Anglais Ouest, Rue Alberti. Um, Although, wait, this is not right on the sea because there's actually stuff in that direction, right? Um, okay, there's a tram line. Sort of east-west Opera Vieille. There's a map in a map there. Um, oh, there it is. Opera Vieille. Um, so we were over, yeah, Felix Faure. That's Allée Résistance et Déportation. Rue Alberti. Yeah, so it's this corner. Oh, hi. Yep, we have someone in chat. Yep, so yeah, I think we can play a map after this. Sure, you know, like this, so this is the last round. It's Japan. Um, right. We have more parking signs. So in Japan, you often want to look for phone numbers. Those are very useful. Um, let's see, over by the 7-Eleven, we have Doi Dori intersection. Um, let's see, Family Mart. The 7-Eleven rivals. Well, there's also Lawson, right, in Japan. Um, yeah. So just to make sure we guess Japan, you know, because we have to make sure to guess. That's an important thing. let's see, Racen Park intersection, steakhouse. Yeah. So if this were Sapporo, it has numbered streets, so we know at least that it's not there. Um, let's see, can we? Yeah, I haven't even been seeing phone numbers, which. Oh, there, 092. 092, it goes north to south, and 9 is actually just the island of Kyushu. And then two in as the second digit is often the largest city in the area, and it certainly is for zone 9. That this is Fukuoka. Um, I think that that also rules out Kitakyushu. I think that that has a, like Kitakyushu is 93 or 94 or something like that. Um, yeah, 92. Okay. Um, so let's see if we return to start if we can see anything. So this is the part where it gets hard, like especially a larger urban center like this in Japan. Um, I mean, in a small city, I would be looking for these. Oh, there's an address thing right there. So this is wait, is this may not this may oh that's right, Hakataku at the bottom, right? Shimokawa Kata Machi. Yeah. Oh yeah, that makes sense with the characters. Okay, so Hakata is the center. Fukuoka originally was called that. And then Shimo Kawakita Machi. Okay. Um, so if we zoom in here, there was Narayamachi there. Um, let's see, Shimo Kitakawa. I'm not seeing Tsunaba Machi, Kamigo Fukumachi, Reisen Machi. Reisen was Reisen Park was one of the places that we found. Uh, yeah, yeah, it was Doidori. Was the intersection given there? This you can see that stoplight is labeled as Doidori. Okay, so yeah, so if you've got that map here, um, yep. So other than the one where I didn't guess fast enough, uh, this was excellent, right? Um, that we can see there were actually three 5,000s. Okay, so that was a really good one, except for this. And if I had remembered to guess, I would have at least gotten the Philippines. Um, Although it's unlikely that I would have actually guessed way down there. Um, right? Um, so anything on the map, right? Nope. All right. Let's see. Yeah, I like USA No Blurry also. Oh, wait, that's not how you find it. Um, maybe I ask for no blurry. Yeah, United States no blurry. It's a Sydney map, right? Yeah, so I have United States. Let's see, time per round 3 minutes. Yep, our usual settings. Okay, so we're on an interstate highway or something, made to roughly the same specs as a interstate highway. Um, we have those gas and food signs. Um, let's see, nothing obvious there. Godfather's Pizza is pretty much a national chain, I think. We have a sign for A&W. Those, I think, are often more to the north, but like A&W especially is in Canada. But, this is a United States map, so we know we're not in Canada. Um, we have St. Cloud Subaru. St. Cloud is near yeah, it's in Minnesota. It's up here. Uh, and so probably this is Interstate 94 that we're on. Um, okay, and there's an exit sign. We have Albany, which, let's see, 238 and 10. Um, there's Albany. Okay. Yeah, there's 238 um, and 10. Um, there's the A and W actually at the exit. So if we return to start, um, there's an overpass. Which way did we go? Did we? Yeah, no, we went under the overpass, right? Um, so yeah, so we're going in this direction down. Wait, where's the overpass? Is it the other way? It wasn't that far, right? Okay, I'm now confused. Um, yeah, so I went under the overpass, and then there's exit 147. Sometimes it actually says what road the overpass is, but I don't see it on here. Yeah, what even crosses the highway though? That yeah, it should not be that far. There's I mean, usually maps of the United States are fairly high quality, but it shows no overpasses until the next exit in that direction. Um, yeah. Oh, you know what it is? That's a railroad track or something on the. Okay. Yeah, so something that's not actually not plotted crosses the highway at this location. So I'm wondering what that is. Wait, could it be what's this green thing? I mean, it's marked on here as Lake Wobegon Trail. Um, yeah, okay. So, Champaign-Urbana Mass Transit District, that's southern Illinois. This is the location of the University of Illinois. Is there's Champaign and Urbana, right? City centers are, fairly close to each other here. There's the University of Illinois in between. Um, Wait, this looks like it is the University of Illinois, right? Like the collegiate Gothic buildings. Um, a lot of the universities in the United States actually were designed by the same architects around the 1920s, 1930s. In fact, I lived in a building that looks kind of like these things, but at Michigan State University. Um, yeah, so this is clearly actually it at the University of Illinois. Um, there's a building sign. University of Illinois Undergraduate Library, 1402 West Gregory Drive. Um, yeah, they've gotten really good about putting street addresses on signs in the United States because of the high use of Google Maps and other applications like this. You know, uh, it's very handy. In case you want to call the pizza guy. You know exactly where you are. Okay, where's Gregory Drive? Yeah, there's Gregory Drive Undergraduate Library. Okay, so we return to start. We were quite close to that sign, right? Um, yeah, so let's see, so there should be, yeah, the quad across the street, uh, that footpath, it looks like. Oh, no, 54 meters off, so it's still a 5K, but, yeah, that's interesting that it was that far off. Let's see. So we got speed limit 20, which is low for the United States. 307. I don't think I know 307. It looks like a small city. You know, there's the center down there. Let's see, what's a 307? Um, let's see. It doesn't look obvious. You know, from wait. Yeah, there's something that maybe looking at the conifers here. I'm wondering if this is a southern location. Right. That also I'm less familiar with the telephone area codes in that area. So, um, yeah, what's a 307? That's not. I don't think that's Virginia. Let's see. Zero is the second digit. Often indicates that the state had a smaller population when the that's an early area code assignment, and the smaller population states often got the ones with the zero as the second digit. Um, and that let's see, we have Wolcott and Midwest. Uh, oh, Wyoming. Yeah, that's okay. So there are very few large towns in Wyoming. Just from the size, I'm guessing that Cheyenne is the logical choice. You know, it could be Casper possibly. Um, yeah, so 307 is the whole state of Wyoming. Um, we have Wyoming National Bank. Yeah, so Wyoming, you know, not only has a small population, it actually has the lowest population of any U.S. state. You know, very empty place. Petroleum building, yeah, that being a big thing in. Oh, Fort Casper. So this is not Cheyenne, this is Casper. That's the second largest town in Wyoming. Okay. And we have, let's see, so we were near this intersection. That's 211 East 6th Street. East is this side, right? We have second, third, fourth, fifth. Sixth is, oh, there's the Salvation Army, which I think we saw. Um, right, St. Anthony Manor, not seeing that marked. Okay, okay, so it was on the other. You can see here that there's a area with streets at an angle, um, and then see because often U.S. cities have their streets aligned precisely along the cardinal directions, north, south, and east, west, and that ultimately comes from something called the 1785 Land Ordinance, which was about after the American Revolution about you know distribution of land conquered from the Indians, and that it laid out property along these cardinal directions. You know that in fact, if you measured this, this is probably exactly 1 mile between here second and 12th. Um, that in urban areas, the you know that 12 or 16 streets per mile is typical of American cities on this sort of plan, and a mile is 1,609 meters. Um, okay, so we have Highway 5. So we have, of course, this being the United States, rural areas, um, the mailbox. Let's see, I'm not seeing anything. It looks like we're not in a hot climate, right? Looks maybe Appalachian, uh, maybe New York or Pennsylvania. Although I found that like Southern Appalachians are often quite difficult to tell apart, particularly since toward the south there are often higher elevations in the Appalachians. If you're in an area that's say 700 or 800 meters up, um, you can get. For instance, there's the highest, significant town in the United States, Boone, North Carolina, is at about 1,100 meters, and that this does look like that Boone actually doesn't look that different from where I live. Even though it's much farther to the south, we have reddish soil. Okay, Highway 59 and Rodeo, which the name Rodeo makes me think that this is not the northeastern United States. Like maybe this is south. This is like Highland, North Carolina. Could be Eastern Kentucky. Let's see, shoulder clothes do not pass. Yeah, so just since we're running lower on time, I'll put that here in Eastern Kentucky. Um, um, let's see, Grandview Church, Assembly of God. Assemblies of God is a Pentecostal church. It's the kind that has possession by the Holy Spirit. You know, uh, you know, practices that actually were in originated in Africa. Although like Assemblies of God churches often are almost entirely white. Um, Natural Dam Fire Department. So that's a place. There's that red soil again. There's red soil in Pennsylvania in places though, so that's not exclusively southern. It could be northern Georgia also is known for its red soil. Oh, it wasn't the Appalachians at all. It was the Ozarks. It was near Fort Smith. Yeah, so here's this place, Natural Dam, Highway 59 we were on. Yeah, so that's a common one is that it can be difficult to tell between this hilly area over here in Missouri and Arkansas. This is called the Ozarks and the Appalachians. Um, okay. Yeah, so there also we have, it looks more dryish soil. There's some yuccas here. Those are often west of the Mississippi. Having traveled across the United States, I remember that the eastern limit of them was around Sioux Falls in South Dakota, along the route that I took. Um, Also, yuccas sometimes are grown in pots, in environments where they would not ordinarily survive. They're a plant that's more for semi-arid or arid regions where there isn't a lot of competition from other plants. But if you put one in a pot, it grows fine. We have Hiko Elementary School. Um, okay, TFA recognized campus. Um, Elementary schools, often there's multiple ones in a town, so that they aren't very good for names. Um, Wait, was that a Texas flag? That's what that looked like. That's a Texas flag. Okay. So that explains why they have yuccas, is because it's Texas. Um, okay, so if this is Texas, I'd say that it's probably the eastern part of the state with the it's more tending toward a forest environment, like more like Louisiana. Um, oh, that road ends. Um, yeah, so I'd say, yeah, maybe this is like Lufkin, Nacogdoches, or wait, Nagadoches. That's how that's pronounced. Um, that often, pronunciation of U.S. towns is kind of a mess. Like it's yeah, not great road maintenance in this place. I'm thinking, like this is probably a sort of a poor area, which also is something that you do. Oh, there's Hiko again. Yeah, so maybe the town is called Hiko. Um, yeah, and if it has one elementary school, with the town name, then it is definitely a smaller place. Um, okay, so it was not in the east. It was actually it was actually west of Waco, which that I tend to think of this as being more of a semi-arid environment. Although the yuccas should have been a clue that maybe I was not in eastern Texas. Um, right? Yeah. Play this again. Um, okay, so we have another rural round. Dotted. Let's see. Dotted yellow line is fairly odd looking for the United States, and we have low population density. I mean, very few, and let's see. Is that a cornfield? Yeah, so I would guess this is probably west of the Mississippi River. Ooh, speed limit 65 on a road like this is definitely like an eastern state probably wouldn't let you do that. An eastern state, a road like this might be, 50, 55. Um, and often places like this don't have a lot of highway patrol in general. Looks like there's maybe some green on the license plate. I don't know those very well. Um, I mean, the green license plates that I know are all in the east too, and that's not what we're looking at. Um, let's see, where do I think this is? Could it be, okay, we got 1200 Avenue. So this is that's a common numbering system for rural roads in the United States, where that indicates that you're probably 12 miles from the county seat, or wherever they center it. Um, and county towns are often very close to the actual geographic center in a county, that they were. Um, yeah, so also this is not completely stupid flat. That there's little ripples in the landscape. Wait, 41 seconds. Yeah, I'm going to guess Kansas. Like somewhere in the eastern part of the state. Like not the Flint Hills. But I- I'm thinking up here. Um, but like the area around Emporia, Kansas, is a thing called the Flint Hills, and it's very unlike this. It tends to be ranches. Like grass and hills. Not very big hills, but hills. Um, certainly hills. Navarre 6 via County Road. Don't know where Navarre is. And I was only 150 kilometers off. Okay, so uh, Yeah, so there's Navarre up there. Um, okay. There's Abilene, Kansas. I'm guessing that's likely to be the center of the county since although yeah, so yeah, that could be 12 miles. Okay. So this we got beach. Okay. On boardwalk and boardwalk ramps. Boardwalks often are New Jersey. This certainly could be the New Jersey shore. We have South Atlantic Avenue and Parkwood Street. Wait, Atlantic Avenue like Monopoly? Is this is except yeah, I think Atlantic City would be kind of dense. You know, it's confined to a barrier island. Um, oh yeah, the architecture with the posts and things also is characteristic of coastal areas. Bethany Town Center. I'm not familiar with that place. Um, yeah, welcome to Bethany Beach. Um, Friends of the South Coastal Library. Um, Maybe this is farther south. You know, like let's see, the ocean was on the east, so that suggests that we are on the Atlantic coast. That might be a state flag underneath the U.S. flag. I don't recognize it. Bethany Surf Shop. Surfing? Well, it does exist on the East Coast, you know, but not anywhere near to the extent that it does on the West because of the. It's because the East Coast has a shallower slope underneath the water. You know that the uh, waves tend to be. Wait, Bethany Beach. I think that's Delaware or Maryland. Now that I think about it, you know, like here in like yeah there yeah Rehoboth Beach, Bethany Beach. Yeah, so um, we return to our starting place. We were right on the water. Um, Parkwood and South Atlantic Avenue. There's Parkwood. So we were on this thing. There's the boardwalk. Yep. Okay. Smaller houses, maybe 1950s, 1960s construction. Um, Looks like maybe a warmer climate, right? Sandy soil. Oh, Sanger Fast Stop. Sanger is near Fresno in California. Um, right there, right? Actually, you know, substantial town, you know, like 20 or 30,000 people. Um, yeah, so we have East Sanger 400 Street. Okay, so maybe it's the name of the street and not the town. So, um, yeah, McKinley and Sanger. Yeah, if there's a street called Sanger, we might not actually be in the town Sanger, but that it could maybe it's named after Margaret Sanger, the founder of Planned Parenthood of America. Pioneering birth control activist. Back when there were people stupid enough to attempt to ban it. Um, so there's Sanger Street. We have downtown City Hall Police. I definitely do think this is still California. There's um, although you do expect to eventually find a palm if this is California. So it said that the city center was down here. Oh, also the prediction for the area code, if it is Sanger, is that it's two. I think it's 209 or 559 on the phone numbers. Del Paso Street. Okay, that greatly increases the likelihood that it is California. Murray Elementary. 575. What's a 575? Modas, Chihuahua. Well, Chihuahua is near, Chihuahua is next to Texas and New Mexico. Um, what's a 575? I'm unfamiliar with this one. We might not be in California at all. Um, it actually did say the city center was down here. We have Broadway. Yeah, downtown City Hall, Del Paso Street. Yeah, that's 100, which means that we have to be, wait, 62 and 180. Um, yeah, okay, so we were quite far from California then, and much closer to Chihuahua. We were in Hobbs, New Mexico. Um, yeah, so this area tends to be sort of big, flat, and empty. There's yellow soil in this area that you can see here, Amarillo is named after the color of the soil there. Um, yeah, so I did at least pick up on it being southern. Yeah, the absence of palms actually is, should have been a clue that maybe it was not California even before I saw the area code. Uh, so 575 must be uh, part of New Mexico. Albuquerque, I think, is 505, um, which would, I'm surprised that they would put similar area codes next to each other like that because that's something that's actually avoided in the U.S. system. It's designed deliberately to not make geographic sense. Except I know of counterexamples. 910 and 919 are close together in North Carolina. Um, we have, okay, so this is probably east of the Mississippi, right? We have another rural round, right? Post office with no indication of where it is, which often a post office will actually have a sign telling you which one it is. Let's see. I think this could be in the Appalachians, although there doesn't seem to be uh, a lot of hills, right? 800 number non-geographic. Adopt a highway litter control Salem Hardwood. No shell traffic. Um, wait, there's politics signs here. Mulvey State Senate. Doesn't say which state. Um, oh, we're on Maine, which, I suggest that there somewhere is a town on this street. Um, yeah, that's more. Uh, yeah, so we're not in some place that's very flat. Um, Oh, and you wanna guess. Okay, so it was yeah, near Meadville, Pennsylvania. Yeah, yeah, this is Pymatuning Lake here. Right. Um, so this is west of the Appalachians where it becomes flatter again, and then it becomes completely flat. Then west of the Cuyahoga River, right here, right. And you can see also that there's less forest marked on it. Like this is primarily agriculture, and we have. Okay, so there's bends in this road, suggesting that it's not an extremely flat area. Um, we have, it looks like we have early fall foliage. In my area, I'd say this is maybe around the beginning of October. Um, right. Oh, this is New York. Yes, this is a very characteristic sign for New York. We have so this is 30A. Oh, there's the New York Safe Act. This is about a gun control law that was passed a couple of years ago. Um, that it didn't really do that much, but like Republicans are extremely excitable about that sort of thing. Um, okay, so 30A. Let's see. Do I know? Yeah, the New York road numbers make very little sense as far as I've known. But we may be able to find 30 anyway. Oh, there's 30. Okay, over there. Um, so it's these it's these kind of. So we have, yeah, so it's around Amsterdam, most likely. Um, so I think this is maybe not down in the Mohawk Valley, but is it north or south of it? Because you can see here, this is the Mohawk Valley, the east-west. Yeah, 518. Yep, that's the area code for this area. 518 is centered on Albany, New York. Um, okay, Schoharie County, town of Esperance. So Schoharie County is south. Yeah, there's Esperance. Um, so I'm traveling south into Schoharie County, so it's up north of Esperance probably. Um, and it times out right as I was clicking. Um, so I probably would have gotten down to, a kilometer or two if I had gotten in fast enough. Okay, so I think I'm, maybe going to play this one more time, and, unless I get some reaction, I'll close the stream after that, go out for a walk. Um, let's see. So this looks like it may be a southern environment. It's oh, Laramie Avenue. Laramie is in Wyoming, but this does not look like Wyoming. Oh, Fort Laramie Motel. Um, although that does suggest that it could be a western environment, right? That Wyoming, as we saw before in the stream, has 307 as its area code. Town of Fort Laramie. Um, hmm. Pioneers Community Hall Conference Center. Oh, look at that. Yeah, that's Western. Um, yeah. So where is Fort Laramie? There's Laramie. Um, where would Fort Laramie? Oh, there's Fort Laramie up there. Yep, Fort Laramie National Historic Site. That's so it is an actual, like Western towns with that sort of thing. Those were often military outposts, connected with the conquest of land from the Indians. Um, yeah, town of Fort Laramie. Okay, so this is a north-south road, precisely aligned according to the cardinal directions as usual. There's a church. There's a church plotted here. Um, Community Presbyterian Church. Yeah, that's a Presbyterian church, Fort Laramie Presbyterian Church. Presbyterian churches are, they historically came from the Church of Scotland, which, in a Western environment, that's not really a clue at all as to location, though. On the east, it might matter, but, like, for instance, I'd guess that a Presbyterian church is less likely to be in New England. Um, well, although, now that I think about it, um, there were some attempts by the Puritans to form an alliance with Presbyterians because, of common opposition to royal control of the church. Well, we can guess that here. Yeah, okay, so we were in sort of a 5K sort of situation anyway, from what we saw. Turn-in poachers. It's an 888 number, which is not geographical. It looks like this is a large and flat environment. Okay, so we've got big, flat and empty. We have corn. Um, yeah, this is the kind of place where you can just keep clicking and not run into anything. Um, Sand Lake National Wildlife Refuge. That implies, for one thing, the existence of a lake. Um, yeah, actually, this sort of thing, this may be South or North Dakota in the eastern part of the state. These sort of small lakes, very large open environment like this. Um, but still enough precipitation for agriculture, like this is we're not seeing a lot of ranch sort of environment. Um, Also, there are no cattle grates on that driveway, which that there are these things on the ground that are used to deter cows from walking in a particular direction. That in particular, you see them in places where cows are fenced out instead of fenced in. Um, but yeah, yeah, I'm thinking this is eastern part of South or North Dakota. Um, there's very little relief in this area. Uh, in fact, it's so flat it makes me wonder if that this is toward there's around Fargo and Grand Forks. It's a particularly flat, empty area like this south of Winnipeg. Um, time to guess. I'm gonna go here. Um, But yeah, there is nothing out here. Um, okay, and yeah, so I was correct about it being, yeah, Sand Lake National Wildlife Refuge. So this area does have some lakes. Um, there's a different mechanism for this kind of lakes, that these are actually the result of cave-ins of the landscape from rocks underneath the surface dissolving in water. Um, what is called a karst environment. And that's different from, that you have, for instance, the northern forest lakes like these, which you can see are much more numerous. Um, and like the karst type lakes I know occur in this area of the United States has them. Century 21, like common real estate agent sign. Um, can't see the phone number on it, which would be very helpful, right? Is that two? Is that 20? No, is that 207 maybe? Wait, it's something country realtors. Okay, acreage. So it's a larger rural sort of property. It has acreage. North Country Seafood. Um, there's another real estate sign. That one. Oh, also the sign had an area code on it, which it indicates that we may not be in that remote of an area, because that in the United States some areas allow you to dial a phone number with only 7 digits. And okay, so where is North Country? Hmm. Yep, we have Vortman Truck. Um, Not sure if if Vortman is a regional or not. School speed limit 15. Okay, I think that may indicate like a more cautious state government. Like something in the east. Um, Although, nope, U.S. flag. Um, Northwoods Computer Services. Okay. Is this perhaps Wisconsin or Minnesota? I think might have a Northwoods. Monson Community Church, Evangelical Free Church of America. I think that might be a Lutheran denomination, which would be consistent. Telephone number two, is that 207? I don't know where 207 is. Um, Again, zero is the second digit, often correlates with a. Oh no! Oh wait, 207 is Maine. That's where we were. Yep. Yeah. So I keep forgetting to actually guess. That although like this is not a competitive mode. Like we're really more of having an educational experience here. And I mean, if okay, so this is a larger sort of road. Newton B. Drury Scenic Parkway, also exit 765. That is a very large exit number. That those indicate number of miles from someplace that could this be California or Texas? Um, yeah, it could be California. Oh, yeah. Also, that's the California call box. Um, and in fact, it looked like maybe Humboldt County. Humboldt County is in northern California on the coast. County seat is Eureka. Um, Humboldt County is also known for marijuana cultivation. You know, let's see, it was wait, this actually with the size of the road, it has to be 101. Is there an exit 765 marked? Um, no, it looks like they don't have their exit numbers on the map. Okay, Eureka 6055, San Francisco 324. That means that we're north. 55 is pretty large. Pretty 55 miles is pretty large for being in the same county. There's Oric. Okay, 15. So if Oric is 15, okay, so we're probably closer to Klamath up here. Yeah, so the exit numbers must have gone south to north, which is and so we are 765 miles north of Mexico. Um, 101 runs I think the entire length of the United States west coast. Um, okay, Newton B. Drury Scenic Parkway. Is that's Klamath Glen Road. Wilson Creek Road. You can see that this is not an interstate highway. It has roads that just turn off of it. Okay, 8.8 kilometers. So it was south of Klamath. It was down there. And so yeah, there's Newton B. Drury Scenic Parkway. You can see that here 101 is some distance from the coast. And so the Scenic Parkway, it goes through this Prairie Creek Redwoods State Park. Redwoods are these gigantic California trees, mostly found north of San Francisco. Um, we have that's sort of an oldish church that I'm thinking already this is the Appalachians, maybe New York or Pennsylvania, um, or a New England state. Wait, that has a phone number on it. Was that an eight? Was that 802? Was it? Which would be Vermont? 802. Yes. So we should expect green license plates. Um, the look of the church that might be a Catholic church, similar to in Quebec. Yeah, Saint Paul's Catholic School. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Orleans is in Vermont. Um. Yeah. There's five. There's Newport. Newport 15. Orleans 5. So we look along 5 here. St. Johnsbury. Wait. Oh, there's yeah. Yeah. So we have Newport 15. Okay, it's marked twice. That in an East Coast area, those could be for Village of Newport and Town of Newport, which can yeah. There's let's see. So we have 5 just to make sure. Yeah, that's north. Yeah, so we are quite close to Quebec, most likely. There's 16. You'll notice 2 different styles of highway signs there. Let's see, FM Brown and Son. Wait, so where's 5 and 16? Barton, okay. Um, right. Um, let's see. So we were south of the center near that church. Um, where were we? Were we on 16 instead of on 5? Let's see. Barton Academy. There's the Assemblies of God Church. Um, well, we were still only 145 meters. Oh, this is interesting. Glover Barton Friends meeting. That's Quakers. You know, conversion of St. Paul's Church. Okay, so that's the Catholic church we were looking at. So we were coming in from this direction toward the village center. Okay, so again, you want to guess. Okay, so I haven't heard anything from the chat. So yeah, so I think I'm going to take a break for now. Like go out, run some errands. I may be back later this evening.